Good evening. This is Courtney Walker with Male Memoirs. So the purpose of this show is to bring together males and females in our differences in relationships, love, dating, all those questions that you ladies want answered. And we'll have a few sessions for the males too, when we can interview some women. These days, dating, we're here in Atlanta, but dating in general is just, it's crazy. I'm in the dating scene as a divorced woman and a lot of relationship issues. So the purpose is to bring everybody together, male and females, put your thoughts in, send us comments so we can all get this figured out and be happy. Today we have guest Chef Yasin Porter, and I'm gonna let him speak to you about a little bit of what he does.
Well, what I do is I'm a chef. I've been a chef now, I would go on and say about 8.5 years now. We pretty much do catering services, private affairs. So from now on, we've been doing like the gyms, the different, the workout studios, yoga studios, and then just regular people who just want to get meal prep because they don't have the time to do it. It was mostly a convenient thing because people wanted to eat healthy, but they just didn't have the know-how all the time.
Absolutely.
So we was able to conquer that and create a niche in that, and it all worked out. Healthy, tastes good, as well as convenient.
And what's your IG? So they want to follow you.
At the Healthy Fit Kitchen.
Okay.
At the Healthy Fit Kitchen. That's where we're at on IG and Facebook, Healthy Fit Kitchen Facebook page. And pretty much that's all. The website is www.thehealthyfitkitchen.com.
Perfect. And his food is the shit. I've had it and I was licking my fingers. So if you want some food, then you contact him. So we're going to talk about, we're going to keep it really open and not so clean. We're going to talk about love, relationships, dating. And he's a special man because he's going to be really, really open. So prepare yourself. And we will get started. And the first question that I have for him is, why do men cheat? Number one question that every woman wants to know.
Okay.
And we need some answers.
All right. Well, I like the question. I'm glad it's been imposed on me. Hopefully I can answer that question. Be as honest as I possibly can. I want to make sure the viewers, and there's a lot of guys who might agree or disagree with me, but the way I see it is that men don't cheat.
They don't cheat.
They don't cheat. Men don't cheat.
Ooh, okay. I'll be quiet.
And listen to the philosophy behind
Okay.
it. Men don't cheat. Boys cheat.
All right.
So what happens is that the masculine male, he's a hunter. He's a hunter by nature. You know, we want to hunt and get out there and try to find our, let's say, prey. You know, I'm not saying the woman is a prey, but in that essence, a hunter. That's okay. All right. So from searching through the jungle or the regions of life, men seem to like have large appetites. And that's what testosterone is. It creates a large appetite. All right. And it gets to the point that it's a very, very, very deep hole that is hard to be filled, especially when you are youthful in a boy position.
Okay.
So when you're in that youthful boy position, you're not thinking with the top head, you're thinking with the lower head. You're full of adrenaline. You're full of energy. Your body is going through all kind of chemical changes. And then at the same time, you are being chased by women who are not presenting themselves as women, but still girls. So their availability is exposed, and we are definitely looking for those individuals. And what do? We end up getting them. We get with one, and it does not fulfill that void, and then we get with another one. And then sometimes women say, because they are emotional creatures, they end up getting what? Attached.
Okay.
So then once they get attached, the individual, the male, he's in a position like, you get attached to me, but Karen was attached to me too. Susan was attached to me too. So now you guys fall more into a responsibility stage because you guys are more mature than we are.
Absolutely.
Earlier. So then you guys are like, okay, possessive. He's mine. he can't go anywhere. Where you going? You know, and it becomes to the point that you want to formulate a relationship, which is a responsible decision.
Okay.
But a lot of times, men don't even know what the hell a relationship really is. Boys, I mean, don't know what a relationship is.
Okay.
So we're looking like sex, enjoyment, fun. I'm not committed to anything. I mean, a boy can't even commit to even making sure his sock drawer is neat or his drawers are in the proper position. And so committing to a relationship to another person is way beyond his capacity.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like you can go from being a boy's state of mind, to a man back to a boy?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why is that?
Because
I'm
once
sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
There are older men, 40s, 50s, 60s, that are still in their boy stage.
Well, I can agree, but I can disagree at the same time. Let me explain. A man who might pretty much grow past his 40s and have already experienced committed relationships, he might come to a position in his life he realizes this shit ain't for me.
Very true.
He might keep trying and keep figuring out, but it does not make him a less of a man because he's made a conscious decision to realize commitment is not something that I want to do.
Okay. All right, I'm with you.
And then he can move on in his life and realize, I would rather be a bachelor. I would rather be a single guy and just have friends.
Mm-hmm.
But he's back on the boy level if he's not up front with that woman that he's dealing with.
That's what I was
and be able to explain to her
Very
his
answer my
position
question.
and his decision.
Okay.
Because he
Very
gets to the
good.
point that he might have to start lying and playing the tricky games and all that.
Right.
That's when it gets toxic.
Right, it does.
Mhm.
Okay, so men don't cheat, boys cheat. And they're cheating because they want a plethora of
Women are beautiful.
prey.
Women are beautiful.
Okay.
Women are beautiful. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think I did some kind of study a long time ago, and it was my own personal study because I was like, damn, so many of my brothers around me have so many girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I started looking around and realized, like, damn, this world is probably more populated with women than men. Somebody didn't do that study, but I think the number of women outrank us.
I would agree.
You would
Especially
agree?
in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yes, the numbers are crazy. I haven't looked at them lately, but
Atlanta.
the women, it's like
Yeah.
30 of us and you.
Yes.
So then you get
And
the
we have a lot to choose.
option
Yeah,
to,
yeah. It's a
you have
very,
a lot of options.
so a single man is a very beautiful thing.
I'm
Because
sure it is.
because he can go he can choose. I mean, come on. I mean, everybody loves variety. I mean, when you went to a grocery store that was only apples, you gotta have some Georgia peaches in there somewhere, right?
Okay, so if we flip this and it's the woman,
Mhm.
how do you feel about that?
Oh, that's even better because I look at a woman as being what you consider to be the most sharpest play act there is. If a woman knows, like, I ain't on the committed side.
Right.
You guys can teach men who not on the committed side a thing or two.
Okay.
Because y'all know how to do it with so much finesse and so much, how do I say it?
We're slick.
Yeah,
We're
it's
slick.
like,
We can make you feel like you're the only one. And
yeah,
there could be several of
it
them.
can be several.
And you would have no idea.
And you will have no idea.
Baby, I love you.
Y'all cold. and the great thing I like about it is because when you find somebody that's like that, and then you see how cool she is, and she like that, a lot of times we can get like, I want you to be mine. We can be like,
Right.
and now we get
That's
to the
what's
point like, I
happening.
want to,
And then the roles flip.
and the roles flip.
And then
Because now
Exactly.
y'all presenting, I don't know if that's a masculine type of thing, I don't know, but I think it might just be a strong femininity
Right.
level. Y'all feminine.
makes you a little nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And men can get like, damn.
Yes.
Because
Because
you
men
like,
are very possessive as
yeah,
well.
because it's like this. In a committed relationship, I could be like, I'm about to go outside and go hang out with the guys and go get a beer, right? You go be like, why you go? Won't you stay? I want you to be with me. Don't leave yet. We be like, I'll be back, right? Or if I said, I'm finna go with the guys that be like, okay, cool, I'm finna go out with the girls. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Yes.
We finna go have some wine. We'll talk to you in a minute.
Absolutely.
We be like,
Yeah.
what
Where's
you
she
mean?
going?
See,
Right.
And
There's a difference.
and that's where women need to understand, where they need to be confident, they need to be strong and poised within their character, within their personal character self. Like, you gotta know yourself. A woman who knows herself and doesn't have any more insecurities and have the ability to be passionate about who she is, she will push that confidence so strong because it comes from a feminine power.
Right.
When she comes off like that, men bow down.
Yes.
To the point that we be like, damn, she got me all messed up. But they be so wrapped up, texting you back and forth.
Right.
The first time I knew that the power a woman had on me, because I was no longer being the one that was chased. Because after I was done chasing her, the thrill was over with. I was done with, okay, I got her. I'm done.
That can happen rather quickly though with a man. You can be done chasing in a few months, and then it's off to the next.
And I agree.
Right?
I agree fully. The only thing that women don't do is they don't keep themselves chaseable. Like, you don't keep me like running for you.
And what do you mean by, you have to explain that?
All right, so
for our viewers, what's
if I text you
mm-hmm.
and I said I'm about to get off work, I want to come take you out to dinner, are you available? Even though that you are available,
mm-hmm.
even though that you are available, you should say, not tonight, I made other plans.
My dad taught me that.
Things
don't always be available.
Don't always be available.
Right.
It's not, and some people say, excuse me, I don't want to play games. I don't have time to play games. It's not playing games.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the game.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry. Either you don't realize that you are in the game of life, or I don't know where you at.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't set your worth, if you don't put yourself in a position where a man is constantly chasing you and we're done with the hunt,
right.
the threat is gone. And that's why a lot of marriages get to the point that they don't stay that way, because the woman forget, hey man, just because you have your obligations as a wife, and the man definitely has his obligations as a man, you both still need to give that pizzazz, that spiciness, that chase. Yeah, on both ends.
Because the boyfriend, husband, whoever spouse needs to be chaseable as well.
Yeah.
Right? You still have to take your woman out. You still have to have her get dressed, put on her clothes, put on her makeup, get her nails, get her toes done. Everything that you did in the beginning is what I want to expect. Flowers, open the doors. That has to stay.
Yeah, it must be maintained.
Because then there'll be somebody else that does simple things for her at work. Oh, you're beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow, you're so pretty.
Yeah.
And you never tell her that.
Yeah.
So then she's at work, wanting to go to work for the attention. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's on both ends.
It's on both ends.
Okay.
It's definitely a 50-50 split on that.
Right.
And you gotta stay sharp.
Yes.
And you better, what Yasin say, you better put that woman first. Man, you better. Because I'm telling you, if you in a committed type relationship thing, see the committed relationship thing take work. That shit take
It is
work.
a lot of work. It's a lot
And if you
of
ain't
work.
willing to put that work in, I would say don't sign your name
It's more than
on
a
that
full-time
line.
job.
Yeah.
It's a full-time and 2 part-times together.
So that's my take on that.
Okay, so do you feel like you could be, I guess not necessarily you, in general, men can be with one woman and not cheat?
I think it's absolutely impossible for a man to be with one woman until
You hear that? We're listening.
he's made up his
Wait.
mind, until he's made up his mind to realize that I'm done.
Okay.
For example, Apache warrior or African warrior. I'm talking about like this dude got to be like, hypothetically put this picture in your head. This dude is like the coldest dude. He hunts the best. Everybody in the whole village knows that he's the shit when it comes down to getting the food for the whole family and everything. He cold. Kick butt. And then he gets to the point that he's like, it's time for me to do what? Take my knowledge, take my skills and give it what? To the next offsprings or the next coming up men or the next children or whatever, the man children to learn the skills. It'll pass itself on, because at one point in time what's going to happen? His skills will kind of diminish, but he will gain what? Wisdom.
Right.
So when a man goes into a wisdom mentality, he starts to realize the worth of the commitment. He realizes the worth of the hunt versus the actual action of the hunt.
And what age do you think that is? If you had to put an age on it.
Well, some get it, I would say, between the ages of like 38 and 38 and above.
Okay.
Cause
yes.
those 20s, man, shit, you better get it cracking, homie. Shit, you better enjoy your 20s, baby.
Absolutely. I mean,
real.
should
Straight out of college,
absolutely.
yeah. You coming
No
out
one
of
should
college
be tied down
or
to
coming out whatever trade school, whatever it is that
right.
you do, you come out of that. You need to use them 20s and enjoy it, right? So you can find yourself and find what you like and you don't like, you know? Make some
right.
mistakes. Get out there, make some mistakes.
Absolutely.
But then you get in them 30s, you get in them 30s, you're like, okay, cool, I'm still in the mix a little bit, you know, I'm still doing my thing, but you're a little bit wiser, you're a little bit more strategic on how you deal with walking up to a woman. Your confidence is bigger because you had several women tell you how good you are in the bed and all that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You might have had 1 or 2 little rinky-dink relationships that didn't work out.
Right.
Whatever. You learn how to woo a woman, you know what I mean, by gifts and things of that nature, surprises and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You learn the romantic side. Then you get into your 30s and you're like, okay, well, I want to pump my brakes a little bit because I'm just not going to take on anything. In the 20s, you take whatever you go get.
Oh, I'm sure.
So now at 30, so 30 you start picking, you start
right.
picking and finding out exactly what it is that you want. You know, you become more detailed on your catch.
Right.
And I want that one. You know what, I want that one.
And what's that one? What's that one?
Well, it depends on whatever that individual male.
For you?
Yeah.
What is that one?
For me?
Uh-huh.
When I was in my 30s?
Uh-huh.
Oh man, I'm gonna tell you
What would be a description of that one?
She would have to have what's called walk in the room presence. Everybody in the room mingling. Everybody in the room doing their thing. But her walking the room with so much confidence and class mixed with sexy. And I know that me and so many other guys in here gonna be like,
Who's that?
who the hell is that? And that was the one that I was like, okay.
Okay.
All 9 of these guys want her. I know I want her.
The quiet one.
Well, not so
Not
much quiet. But what was that word my grandmama used back in the day? Is it resilient? Just like to themselves.
Reserved?
Reserved.
There you go.
Reserved.
Yes.
That's the shit, yeah.
That's what I look for in a
You
man
gotta
as well.
find a very reserved woman, man.
Yes.
And then, you know, man, just have a female confidence about herself. But then when you present yourself, she able to respond to you if you come correct now. In a very nice way to make you be comfortable with your approach.
Right.
And to the point that we're open to conversation and can have a damn conversation.
Yes.
That's one thing y'all gotta have a damn conversation. A lot of men don't have nothing to talk about, nothing important, nothing about nothing. I mean, like, if you bring up a topic, sometimes I've had conversations with women where I've actually been unattractive because the level of my conversation might have really been too much for them.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa.
And that's not a good match.
And that's not a good
Right.
match.
Then
So-
you have to have someone that's
But at the
on
same
your
time,
level.
I always did like having the ability to teach or to give some information to or make a person more knowledgeable with the information that I might have gained over the years. So I always felt that way. That was always appealing to me. I like to be able to tell somebody something that can better themselves.
Right.
If you're one of those females who just know it all and shit, sometimes you get to the point like, damn, I don't have any information on it.
Right.
I knew that. I ain't got the need. Tell me I already knew. Like, whoa.
Right.
Like, I'm just trying to
Listen.
inform you. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Be more of a sponge if it's something, you know.
Okay.
And I also am the type of person who likes to learn and get information from a person, you know. And I think a lot of men are like that.
Yes.
A lot of my brothers be like, man, this young lady I met, she just gave me so much information about something. She supported me on she gave me some knowledge on what I was trying to achieve.
Right.
Let me go her a call, and she was good looking, man. I mean, that is like the bliss. Intelligent conversation on her business, has the ability to even support the other person's vision.
Right.
It's very important.
That's very big. That's very big to me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm everywhere. I have I want to do this, and I do it, then I'm doing that. You have to be on that journey with me, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
let's
that.
do it.
And I'm
Encouraging.
very encouraging.
Right.
That's the word.
Yes. Why are you doing this? And why are you doing that? And
because
what about this?
Because y'all can get caught up in the wrong things. Like it's kind of like, you know, when you say the word help me, a lot of people take help me in the wrong way.
Right.
When it really means that a woman will become help me if she sees the true vision of a man. Mm-hmm. If a man has a vision and he's doing his work, and he's working towards a goal and making things happen, and he's like, I'm focused on this, and you like, wow, you'll fall right in, and you're going to help him to achieve those things.
Exactly.
It's just in your nature to do something. But if a man ain't doing shit, or he ain't got nothing going on, y'all will lose interest, y'all will lose drive,
right?
And y'all will be like,
quickly,
what are we doing?
Because the man should be leading.
Yeah.
The man should be leading.
Yeah. And that's the help me role.
All right. Yeah. So with that being said, you didn't tell us if you were single or divorced, married.
I am single.
You're single.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been in relationships, plural, but I've only been in one relationship that I recognize as an individual who's true to my heart, my best friend, and my soulmate.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yep. And it's one of those things when people say it's complicated. My shit is complicated. Because if I tried to explain it, it wouldn't make sense.
It wouldn't make sense. Okay.
But we're not like, you know, like that.
Right.
But she's my best friend.
You're cool.
She's my best friend.
Okay. So
And
would you rather be single, or would you rather be with your best friend?
I don't know yet.
You're still checking that
that's
out.
Still.
How long have you been single?
I'm not gonna say. About a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming up on a year.
Okay.
It'll be a year in July, late July, August, beginning of August. Yeah, July. Yeah,
Okay.
July, August area. Yeah.
So what are you liking about the single life? What's good for you? What makes you happy?
I guess variety again.
Okay.
Yeah. It ain't always what's cracked up to be deep. Cause for me being out the game for a while, I get back at the game, I'm like, man,
He's getting tired, ladies.
I'm just like, I mean, cause I ain't young. I'm young like that. I'm young.
It's a lot of work,
I'm young in spirit. I'm young in spirit and all that. But when it comes down to a lot of women, a lot of things, it's be like, you know, like, man.
Yes. It's a lot to handle.
Yeah.
Right?
So it gets to the point that you start realizing, like, damn, I was just trying to work on something to see if I really liked you. I realized that, damn, I don't like you.
Yeah.
You might got a fat eye, you might be good in bed and all that, but 3-4 days of being around you, it's like,
you're driving me nuts. You
get
gotta
the
go.
fuck on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So it gets to the point that I don't think that I'm relationship material right now,
Okay.
because it's things that I want to correct in myself so that if I do rejoin the committed relationship world, I will be on point like I'm supposed to be. Because I know what it takes to do that. And like I was telling you earlier about the responsibility part.
Absolutely.
That I know, like, okay, I'm not there again. I was there before. I was there. I was locked in. I was locked in.
You were in there. Okay.
Yeah. And then as time went on, what happened? The problem that we just talked about. This new experience, you know.
Right.
Not giving her the attention that she's supposed to have.
Right.
Her not giving me the attention. Me and her just like not being focused on us, and kids can play a role too. That just came.
They can.
It can play a role. These children
They can.
can take y'all and us out of our spiciness.
Absolutely.
And we'll be focused on them so much, and the struggle and the growing of trying to reach our goals and be successful, that we really forget about just about
you do. That was in my experience.
You gotta be careful
as well.
You gotta be careful with that.
Yes.
Sometimes I ain't gonna lie to you. This is gonna be the honest to God truth. Sometimes you gotta say, you know what, fuck them kids.
You do.
Just for a small period of time.
Because you forget.
You gonna love your babies. You gonna love your baby, but you gotta say, hey man, y'all straight. I got food. I got roof over your head. I got the video games and shit.
Because at the end of the day, at some point they're gonna be gone, right?
At some point
that's what we forget. We forget to date each other, take care of each other, because it's all about the kid.
Yeah.
So So people, that's very important. I learned that lesson.
Yeah.
I'm divorced, but I learned that you really have to keep time with your spouse, boyfriend, whoever that is, and keep things special. Keep dating each other, and keep that spice there. Yeah.
I mean, you got guys. I could give you an example. Like, came into a relationship with a young lady. He was like, "Man, I've been liking, I love her," and to the point that they end up formulating a relationship and end up getting serious, moved in together and everything. They was the bomb in the beginning, but the minute he came into her life, she had children. He didn't. When he came into her life and took on the responsibility of the children part, everything broke crazy because he didn't realize the responsibility and everything that it took to be tentative of someone else other than just her.
Absolutely. So a lot.
Pretty much they had that honeymoon stage.
Right.
And then
the first 2 months are great,
then when
right?
reality hit his ass, he was like, oh,
When the champagne starts
shit.
pouring, then it's, oh my gosh, what's happening? Okay. Well, very good. We enjoyed speaking to you. We hope to see you again soon.
Okay, I will always love to do this.
Healthy Fit Kitchen.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, good
It was
to
a
see
pleasure.
you. And that is it. We will wrap it up and we will see you again next time. And thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right.